Plants are not just decor, they are nature's way of bringing life, color, and tranquility into your space. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get this tour on the road. Now, I'm going to try my best to pause the video where I can, especially where the plant signs, logos, the prices are, so you can see and get a view of the different plants that they have in this nursery. This is one of the big nurseries in my area. I love to come here and grab some plants. Now, incorporating plants in your backyard, your home, in your space in general is just something that is nice to have. It is good for your health. So do your research on the plants. It's good for nature, and it's just good to the eye when you have all these different nice plants, florals in your home, in your space, in your yard. And I'm working on improving and incorporating some of these in my yard just to get my space feeling like home and make it gorgeous so I can relax and just enjoy my days and my outdoors. So I'm going to take you guys along this tour. Yes, these are various different plants, as you can see, that you can incorporate in your space. And as always, yes, go do that research and figure out what you want to incorporate in your space. All right, let's get going. I am going to talk through this video as best as I can, but I really want to drag you guys along with this tour. This place is gorgeous, lots of things to look at, lots of different plants, ideas, different pieces, items. It's just a huge nursery that I love to tour. All right, let me stop yapping. Let's go. So what I've been doing lately is staking out some nice, colorful green plants, even though I may not want too many flowers because of the bees. Yes, I'm not a bee girl, but I'm trying to incorporate some plants that may pollinate and may have some bees, so I get a pop of color in my yard. And these are some nice green plants that I love to use in a little flower pot. You can put them in hanging pots. So as I get my space together, I will share those with you to show you what I've done with it. I love all things green. Just that green color makes me feel good, and then a pop of color helps with the ambiance of my space. So if you love all things yellow and purple, here is another great plant that you can use in your yard. But purple hasn't been one of my favorite color, but does have a hint of yellow, and sometimes you'll see more of the yellow flower incorporated in there as it blooms. So if this is your type of plant, then make sure to grab you one. All right, y'all, I like this green plant. It is a plant that has a weird name, shrimp on the Bobby Longworth. I can't even pronounce it, but I do think it's a cute green plant. It will look nice in a flower pot or a hanging pot, and you will see a pop of pink flowers as it blooms. Now, this plant is another great plant. It's very popular. It has a lot of green foliages with white edges. So it's another plant that you can incorporate and add these with some hosters, and they're going to go beautifully together. So here's another plant that I also thought is nice and interesting for those who like that kind of purplish, bluish plant. These have violet blue blooms that float across green foliages, and here's what it's called. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but I do think they're very pretty. All right, y'all, so it's so many different plants to look at. I don't even know where to start, where to stop, where to go to. I mean, plants in front of me, behind me, across from me. So let's just keep looking, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying this. If you are, please do subscribe, comment, like, and make sure to support your girl. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue this tour. So I also spotted some timeless treasure coral bells. I've seen these in my neighbor's yard. I've seen them also in some stores that I go to. They have that beautiful dark purple look to them. Some more perennials that requires just partial shade, also in that purple family. Okay, so here's a quick recommendation for you all that are watching this video and really enjoying this content. If you spot something you really like, pause the video if you have to, take a picture, and just do your research on what you want to incorporate in your garden. Now, one thing I love about touring a nursery is just being able to see the different types of plants, the variety of color, the way you can mix them up. The thing about being at a nursery, and such a large nursery, is that I can really take all these plants and just put them side by side, stage them before I purchase them. You can also look at your prices, check the price compared to other price that you see at other nurseries. And it's just a wonderful experience being able to go to these nurseries and get an idea as to things that I want to use around my home. So these are more green plants, beautiful, beautiful plants. I also spotted some more coral bells. All right, y'all, so here is something to think about. Sometimes it's not always that everyone wants to have the roses and the flowers in their yard for various different reasons. So you can also still get a pop of color using things like these plants. This is also another coral bell plant in that same family, but this one has that pop of red. So if you get a lot of these and put them together, you still get the pop of color that you want in your garden without having to worry about the other type of colorful flowers that you may not want to use. So one thing I love about this nursery as I take you guys along this tour, if you notice above, they always have so many different things to protect the plants from the sun. The shaded plants that are needed to be shaded, they have them all covered. The ones that need to be in the sun are in the sun. All right, let's see what's around this corner. So I just spotted some additional plant water features, guys. Take a look at this. Now this seems to be a pond, or there are lots of different water plants that you can use and incorporate in your home. And yes, watch out for the frogs. They do have frogs in here. So these are water plants, and also they do go for sale, meaning that these ponds are for sale, so you can use them if you have a decent sized yard, if you want to put it on your patio, in your front yard, wherever you feel like putting them, you can do that. So there are lots of water plant ideas here that the nursery provides for their customers. I was extremely stunned to see a lot of these plants that I would have never thought could really thrive and grow in water, just sitting in this water bed. And I also noticed that this nursery also have a lot of sales on their aquatic plants. Honestly, I enjoyed roaming through this water plants and just seeing the different types of water plants that they have, and just trying to figure out if it's something I want to eventually have in my home. Now, my only hesitation with water features or water plant or water anything is because at times, as you all may know, mosquito does like a lot of water. So I don't want to have to deal with that. I do treat my yard and my trees to make sure that I don't get a lot of mosquitoes, but that's something to think about because you want to be mindful when you're thinking of incorporating any of that in your yard space. Here is one of my favorite areas in this nursery. I'll tell you why in a bit. Remember, you can also incorporate palm trees in your space, like on your patio or on your deck. It's gonna give you that summer vibe you're looking for. Take a look at this one. This is very pretty. Love the color. I really like the way it's just open, nice and big. Now I can't wait to incorporate a lot of flowers in my backyard. This is the arborvitae tree, And this is something that also inspired me to get what I have in my backyard. These are so beautiful. They're nice and tall, and they're going to give me that privacy I need. So I can't wait to show you guys the progression of my arborvitae trees. All right, so let's keep touring this nursery. Lots and lots of beautiful things to look at, things to inspire you, things that you can use to incorporate in your home. Here's a better view of the tree. I kind of had to project my camera so you can see how tall this is. Beautiful, beautiful view. And the trees are just so nice and large. I wanted to get an up close look at them. So let me go in here so I can show you this height and how luscious these trees look. This is gorgeous, y'all. I just cannot wait for my trees to get this tall. So while on this tour, I noticed that they had some tropical plants on sale. So let's take a look at some of them. With 75% off, that is not a bad deal. I do plan to try to get some tropical plants also in my yard, but I have to do more research to just ensure that I'm able to care for them and they're able to grow properly. All right, so I see some things that are quite interesting. A lot of people like to decor their garden, their flower beds, and they have lots and lots of statues, pieces, a lot of things that you could just put in your yard. It could be in an area that you really like to lounge in, and I think they have a lot of great pieces here. I usually don't use any of these in my yard or in my flower bed, but I have seen a few neighbors who use these. So if you're not the type to use any of these type of pieces in your decor space, you may want to think of using things like flower pots. I think they're very, very nice. They stand out depending on the size, the shape, the color. They come in various different patterns, textures. Clay pot, I think they're the best way and one of the great way to decor your flower beds, your garden. You can put it in a driveway, on your patio, on your deck. So I do plan to look for some great pots that I can use eventually in my outdoor living space. Okay guys, so we're nearing the end of this video. This is considered a patio kind of view here that you'll see with the chairs, the water fountain. I think it's gorgeous to kind of create this type of ambiance in your backyard. This fountain is $6.79. Love water sounds, and I think it's really gorgeous. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Just wanted to take you on this nursery tour, and I hope you enjoyed every bit of it. So make sure to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to support your girl. I will see you on the next one.